Hi, this is Anthony. Welcome back to my show. I just figured out how to do screen captures today, and so that's fun. I'm going to use NerdWallet here for this video, and it's a great site. It's free to use. And what I want to talk about is how much is the cost of that $5 Starbucks coffee. Now, there's nothing wrong with going to Starbucks, but personally, for me, if I want coffee and I drink a lot of coffee, I make it at home. But if you need to go to Starbucks, if you're on a work trip and there's no place to make your own coffee, or if you go on a date and have coffee there, or if you are writing the great American novel and you buy a $5 cup of coffee and you sit at Starbucks for 5 hours writing out your manuscript, that's fine. But let's take a look and ignore this over here. So let's put $5. And we're just going to look at the cost of one single $5 coffee over the course of if you would have invested for 50 years. Okay? So we're going to put 50 here. Now, how much should we estimate the return of the stock market to be? Now, some people argue that it's 8%. Some people argue that it's 10%. We're going to put in 10%. And look at that. Now, let's look at some actual numbers. Okay, so here's the Dow Jones Industrial Average. When you hear people talk about the stock market, this is often the number that they use. This is 30 industrial stocks. And over the past 10 years, the return is 11.2%. Over the past, or 5 years, 10 years, it's 13%. Over the past 20 years, it's 10.6%. So I think we can comfortably say that you could get 10%. And this is something that you could invest in through a mutual fund. And the mutual fund for this particular one is DIA. Another stock market measure that you often hear of is the S&P 500. This is roughly the top 500 stocks on the United States stock market. And it says here that it's 10.5% annually since 1957. So again, a 10% average long-term return is what you can probably expect. And then if you invested in the NASDAQ 100, which is the top 100 companies excluding financials on the NASDAQ stock exchange, so these are mainly high-tech ones, the average return is 18.2%. Now, that can be distorted in the past 25 years because we've had a lot of high-tech stocks really do well. But going back to NerdWallet, I think we can comfortably say over the long term, 10% is a reasonable rate of return. And we're going to put annually here. So if you were to take $5 and put it in a Roth IRA, and it used to be that you had to have at least $2,000. I looked up Schwab, which I have, and according to the internet, you do not need a specific minimum deposit. So you could, in fact, go in with $5, deposit it, leave it there. If you're 20 years old, you leave it in for 50 years till you're 70. That $5 would turn into $586. Now, let's say that you bought Starbucks or Dutch Bros or some other coffee company 5 days a week, and you did that 52 weeks a year. That would be $1,300. That's just 1 year there. That's the growth for 1 year. Let's say that for the next 50 years, let's say that there's no inflation, and every year, instead of buying coffee out, you contributed the money. At 10%, it would grow to $1,665,000. So next time you go out and get coffee, think about what you could be getting if you invested that money or you could still go out and get coffee. But if you invested $5 every business day of the week without investing on the weekends, this is how much it could build up. So let me know what you think. Of course, this is just entertainment, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but check out my other videos. And I encourage people to invest. If you're going to invest after doing research, most of the money should probably go into broad-based mutual funds with a long time horizon. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave comments to my videos here, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.